First thing I learned, the lack of experience bit us in the ass again. I think that's both the players on the field along with the manager. Um, Andre Santos gives the ball away, and Chalaba, who's one of our more experienced players, denies a goal-scoring opportunity for the second week in a row after the manager said in public, I'd rather have 11 men. Just a frustrating error, self-capitulating again. Maresca admitted it today in a presser. Yeah, I think I got those wrong, so I like the accountability in terms of getting it wrong with 10 men. But we keep shooting ourselves in the foot. I'd love that trend to stop, but it's another thing I've learned. Second thing I learned, again, these are probably more overarching, but fans and just people in general need to remember the context of just our current situation. They get very upset and immediately got to blame someone. It usually ends up being the manager. I was shocked. I wasn't. But, I mean, four of the last 5 games we've lost, which is over a span of 6 months, 4 red cards. Like,
is that stat
game
in the
against
league?
Brighton? Yeah.
Okay.
Because Brighton Munich. Bayern gave us some business with 11 men. But yeah, it's very frustrating. But you need to remember the context. Like in that game itself, I thought we looked fantastic throughout the whole first half. Thought the setup was fantastic given the context, injuries, all that shit. I thought we looked really good. So you got to remember these things instead of just immediately jumping on a train of hate. The third thing I remember, looks like I already talked about it a little bit. Maresca is learning on the job too. To what I kind of spoke on earlier, he admitted that he got it wrong with 10 men. I like that he's accountable. He's not scared to admit that. Not going to die on the stupid sword of subbing on defenders and getting it wrong for whatever reasons. Just in the Brighton game, bringing on Gusto for Esteval. I mean, that Gusto cameo was absolutely horrific. It was genuinely hard to watch. I understood it in real time. It was like, okay, we bring on a defender for an attacker. He can get up and down, serve as an attacker. He helped Brighton attack. He did not help us attack. That was a Hall of Shame cameo from him. And Maresca got it wrong. I guess we'll need to have a crisis meeting over international break on how to game plan with 10 men because they thought they would go with Jackson leaving. Not at all. Fourth thing, I think I've mentioned this before. Fitness issues are not getting any better. Santos, João Pedro, Caicedo, all questionable for tomorrow's game against Benfica. I imagine Caicedo will play because he is invincible, knock on wood. But this isn't going away anytime soon. So this is just something you're going to have to adapt to. It's one of those things that's out of our control. Same thing on how I kind of speak on with like VAR and refs being bad, also out of your control. So what we can control is this lack of experience. But again, going back to last year, that was a big talking point we had during that slump, and we saw leaders grow from that. So this is another good opportunity for people to rise out of the pack. So it's important. And then on the fifth thing, what will help us do that is support. Support is crucial. Our manager consistently begs for our fans to support their club. It's very sad, but it has to be done. I don't think any other fan base, I mean, if you look at the table, I think we alluded to it talking about City's title charge or title hopes. It's wide open. A lot of teams have been really bad. Like, it's just kind of evening out to where it's still an open race. I don't think City fans, I don't know if you guys are home or away, Mila, but if they were at home, I don't think Pep would have to beg for the support. I think the fans would understand, Champions League night, we got to get up. We got to get behind our team. Our fans are going to be chanting for Abramovich 5 minutes into the game and wanting Mourinho back because he's going to be there. It's very predictable stuff, but it's sad. We need to support these guys. I think I've done a decent job of it, but I wasn't a big fan of the Garnacho signing. He's a Chelsea player. I'm supporting him. I need him to do well. He's wearing the badge. That's what's important. So to Dylan's point earlier, regardless of who the manager is or who the players are, it's the badge. Do you support this team or do you support having a childish argument? Regardless of my gripes with who's running things and who's doing what, it's the same team. I want them to win. So that's something that the fans need to fucking learn. But that's the fifth thing that I took away from our 3-1 defeat to Brighton